There, if you haven't started writing your book yet, because there's just way too many choices based on all the topics that you could write about, then this video is for you. I'm going to take you through the very same process that I take my coaching clients through, the ones who want to write a book, the ones in particular who have just way too many ideas and are not sure which one is the best idea to invest their time and effort in. I'm going to use one of my friend's examples because he's having this very same problem. He's wanted to write a book for multiple years, but the problem that stops him is that he's got too many choices. So my friend makes his living doing presentation designs. And he teaches workshops and he works with clients one-on-one and he helps them put together beautiful presentations, design those presentations for a chosen audience. The natural choice would be that he would write a book about presentation design and how to go about doing that. That is, if he were looking to write a book to bring in people, to bring customers into his business. But he hesitates to write a book about presentation design. I'm not sure why. It could be that he's not planning on staying in presentation design. He may want to pivot into something else. It may be that he works very intuitively and putting down into words a step-by-step process that he takes people through. He may not feel like he's up to the task. It may be that he just isn't sure how to put his process into words. So all of these obstacles could be what's at play with his statement that he's not really sure about presentation design. So I'm going to pause right here and I'm going to talk about some assumptions that I'm making that, like all assumptions, may or may not be accurate. I'm going to, number one, assume that he wants to create a book, a nonfiction prescriptive book that's going to draw clients to him, that is going to draw perfectly fit clients to him. And that may not be the case. My friend is also a super creative guy with a lot of different interests. He's got a lot of gifts to bring to the world. And he's essentially grouped his passions into three broad categories. One is consciousness, two is creativity, and three is character. And he's smart enough, and I use that term very loosely, to recognize that to bring all of those three broad categories into one book would be a mistake, because typically readers want to follow one line of thinking. They want to stay in one broad topic or one topic. And they would be very confused if they began to read a book about consciousness and then moved over to creativity and then into character. Original assumption that my friend wants to write this book for business purpose. Well, taking a look at the categories, creativity makes a lot of sense based on the kind of business that he has, right? Don't forget, he does presentation design. So with creativity, we could certainly show the reader how creativity can influence the ability to make a really beautiful design. It would be far more difficult to show how character had anything to do with presentation design, or consciousness, how that would have anything to do with character design. Let's choose the broad category of creativity. How could he explore creativity and make it work for his current business and make it work quite possibly for what other business that he would pivot into? Because if he in fact wants to pivot out of presentation design, almost guaranteed any other business choice that he would have would probably have something to do with creativity. So even if he began to explore creativity and used examples in presentation design, and then he moved into other aspects of creativity, how it shows up in work and how it shows up in art and where he's seen it in, like AI or all of these other facets of life where he could tease out his observations about creativity, it wouldn't be eternally linked to bringing people into his presentation design, and yet it would always serve to bring the kind of people he would likely want to serve into any other business idea that he would put out there in the world. It would be his chance to explore a broad topic, draw some sort of link to a business, and then explore it just for life and for the sense of passion. Okay, going back to that other assumption, we're writing this book for your business. Not all books have to be about creating or driving people to you or to your business. Sometimes it's about exploring a passion. And this is perfectly legitimate. Where people get into trouble is when they try to write a book that really is about one of their passions and link it to their business, and it's not done very well, because that's not truly the motivation behind doing a book project in the first place. So if you want to write a passion project, then own it and let her rip. If you want to write a book for your business, then you have to treat it as though there was some sort of link to what it is that you're doing. We choose creativity. How do you go about writing an entire book about creativity if you're just exploring this topic, if you're just expanding on your knowledge and sharing what you know and just, for lack of a better word, musing on it? Well, you start not with an outline in mind. You start by writing blog posts, because what will happen is the more you write about creativity, the more you explore it, what it means to you, what you see it meaning to other people, where it shows up in life and in business, then what will happen is you'll write enough where you start seeing themes. You don't know what those themes are until you're consistently writing. Instead of trying to hit it out of the ballpark, instead of sitting down going, oh my God, I don't know which to choose from, you make a choice, something that has, let's just say, a rational connection to something that you're doing if you're not sure what you're going to do next. And then you begin exploring it in small sound bites. You begin exploring it in blogs. You begin feeling your way through it. And when you have some sort of critical mass, when you have 5 to 6, 7 themes that are cropping up, then you begin to develop the outline. Then you begin to organize these posts into drawers, and which become book sections. And then you begin to see a thread. To impose structure on that right now, to impose an outline on that right now, would just make you crazy. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps my friend. I hope it helps you.